Hello, welcome to this new video. What I'm going to do is to try and live solve actually the cases for the Microsoft Excel World Championship 2023 qualification round, and in particular the morning session, so the cases that the people from the Asia Pacific region had to solve. By looking at the scores they got, I'm suspecting these cases to be significantly harder compared to the cases we got for the afternoon session, but that's still fair since the two rankings are independent from each other. So the results of the people from the Asia Pacific have been considered separately in order to identify the people who have qualified to the main draw of the tournament. Having said that, let's try and solve this in the 1 hour allocation. This will be a completely live attempt because this is the first time I will see the cases, and let's see what we get. So, okay, session one, passing notes. This is an old case. I'm suspecting this has been slightly modified. Okay, basically you have this code here, and then you have to decrypt the code to obtain the original word by applying these rules. So the first letter by one position is offset, then 1 plus delta, then 1 plus 2 times delta, then 1 plus 3 times delta. So it's basically 1 plus position times delta, and the first one will be 1 plus 0 times delta, so 1. Okay, to create the code you have set forward, to decrypt you go backward. Okay, I think I will do this with a separate worksheet. So example one, I'm going to X lookup this column B, and I'm going to need G12. Actually, like this. Okay. Um, so what I will do is to separate the letters mid of this sequence of len of this one character long. Okay. Then we have the position, so it's a sequence of len of this. And so my delta will be 3 in this case. And so what I'm going to do is, so the rule is 1 plus delta. It's 1 plus this, the, sorry, this minus 1 times delta. So it will be like this. And so what I'm going to do is to have the char of code of this minus this actually. Okay, what I need to consider is that I could go out of bounds um, for the letters. So what I need to do is let's say A Z A Z, because I think I could have both capitals letter, yes, and normal letters. Um, the code of this. Okay, and then I'm going to say let x equals this thing. Um, mm, 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 mm. And then ifs x, I'm going to subtract. So basically, I'm expecting to get, uh, actually, let's say I remove this. So I'm only interested in the numbers. Let x being this, and then if x less than this lock, it means I have to go to this minus uh, this lock minus x, I think, potentially. Okay, otherwise x less than this. Same thing, so it will be this minus this minus x. Let's see. Not sure because we would have char of this. No, definitely not. But why? Yeah, sure, because here, for example, with 65, I will be getting. Yeah. For example, 69 is good. Uh, okay. So if it is actually less than 65 is okay. The problem is with this because if I'm below 97, I need also to be uh, so and x less than that, and x needs to be mm, greater than this, I think. Oh, that's interesting. It's not a good start. 77, so 77 is not okay. 77 is actually okay, but it's not okay. Yes, I simply forgot the true. It would be x. Okay, at this point I need to convert to character. No, probably I'm missing something like a plus one. Uh, 4. So am I missing a plus one here? No, a minus one. Yes. So a minus one here as well. Okay. Concat this whole thing here. Let's see if this case, so it will be a sequence of 20. Clearly no. What is going on? Yeah, obviously I need to drag everything down. Uh, this will be any further. Nothing. I suspect this will be Microsoft. Um, so D gets shifted by this amount. So 89. Okay, understood what the problem is. I'm basically overlapping the two different ranges, so I will need to modify this slightly. Uh, I will need to modify this slightly. So I need the code of this. And then I'm going to say mm, and this have spaces. No, I don't. No, I don't. And so if this is below or equal to 90, it's upper, otherwise is lower. And so if and this equals lower, and then below the lower range, I will do this. Otherwise, I'm below the upper range, and this equals upper. No, I mess up this completely, I'm afraid. So. Mm, 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 mm. If that's lower, and if x is actually the opposite. Okay, so we are good. We're getting Microsoft. Mm, kinda makes sense, but this is not exactly power 7. Okay, I also need to mod by 26, I'm afraid. Power query makes sense. Okay, this time I feel pretty confident. Let's copy this. Okay, and we have it. Let's go to maybe let's skip. This is hard. Uh, yeah, let's go for the easy ones first. So, tug of war. Okay, it's very well two teams. Start of five characters. Each one is body force and mass. Is probably the tail. So the characters as the second. Okay, sign. Not all phases. So the body force applies continuously. Not by for is the sum of individual opponent force. The winner of the game is the team with which is the net applying force of the winning team in each of the games below. Well, this might be a sum product of this and the transpose of this. And then we have this, and then we have ups of this minus this. Seems right. Let's try to go for it directly. Okay, that was a very easy one. Medium, race with your friends and join a brand new sport. Okay, and before the game, set one of Red Broom. Okay, and places the set of the car on set zero. Each car has its own special abilities. Only purple. Roll two dice and move the card according to the number of pips thrown. The winner of the game is available. Restart depicted. Okay, ultimate trajectory. More early racing is not enough. Purple race car special ability. If at the end of the throw, after using both dice, the purple car stops on a cell that contains a 7, its throw is counted double. So getting on cell 3, after the second card moves 9 cells, goes after the third card 17, gives the boost. Another 5 cells, and finally stops on. The four, okay, this process continue. Ticket prices. Only needed for bonus. How many moves will the opponent need in any of the 20 games below to fully cross the finish lines? Okay. Let's go for a separate worksheet. So solve 5. example 5, X lookup of this, column B, and we have G to AT. Okay, then I will use a wrap rows of these two. Uh, then I will need some sort of unique of this. I don't have actually the full 6 dices. In this case, I have it. And so this will be 1, 4, 3, 2, 6, 5. Dices values. So let's look up these into dices values. Okay, I'm going to sum them. Okay, so this will be my total. I start from cell 0, so it will be this plus this. Then if, what was the rule? Stops on a cell that contains a 7, its throw is counted double. Okay, so not is error, find 7 here. Okay, so if this equals 1, will be this time 2, otherwise it will be this. And so we'll have this plus this, and then I will basically move this one here. Okay, how many moves across the 20? Okay, so it needs to be greater than 134. So if this greater than 134, 1 otherwise 0. And what if I match? What if I match 1 here? 17, which is actually correct. So let's scale it. 17, and then we have a sequence of 20, I think 81. Okay. Okay. What is going on? So I'm not reaching 134. What am I supposed to answer in this case? Mm, that's interesting. Let's see if those are correct actually. Interesting. Uh, so, oh god, there's something clearly not correct here. 3, 4, 2, 5, 6, 1. I don't know how it is possible, to be honest. 18, 16. Okay. 87. I need to copy and paste value, otherwise I'm messing up every time. So 97 actually is not going anywhere. Again, 1, 4, 3, 2, 6, 5. Okay, this time maybe we have done it. Okay, that was a very silly one. Uh, I think I miss only the hard ones. Let's try with this first. It's the same thing. Okay, flight schedule. Contains decide to send numbers according to following rules. The flight starting from one, increasing in order based on the order of flights are listed. Its next flight gets the number of previous plus one, except if it's impacted by one of the special rules. So if a flight is arrival party from Canada, it must have a 7 in it. Flights to nowhere, so the same city. Uh, should be assigned the next number that contains at least two same digits in it. If both rules satisfy, I will apply both. Interesting. So let's for sure use a new solver. So example 4, it will be an X lookup of this B G to PD. Uh, no, will be example 3 actually. Okay, that's better. So it will be a transpose of this, and I'm going to text split based on the dash. Okay, great. So Canada will be those ones, uh, and nowhere is the other rule. Montreal or Toronto. Okay, so X lookup of this here, here. Uh, okay, so I just need an OR here. So this will be Canadian and nowhere. Uh, let's minus this equals this. Okay, so uh, hmm, I think I will leverage a big let here. Let's take this risk. So previous number, it will be this one. Then uh, next sequence, it will be a sequence of, let's say, 100 rows starting from previous number. Uh, Sevens will be if sevens check, will be if next sequence, if not is error, find 7 in next sequence will be one otherwise 0, and so sevens list to be filter next sequence where sevens check equals 1. I want to see it actually. Okay, so this is basically returning me the next seventh in the array. Uh, so that's one part of the story. The other request is should be assigned the next number that contains at least two same digits in it. At least two same digits. Uh, I would say this is a by row of next sequence, lambda row. Uh, what I will say is to do is uh, if I do the unique of the digits and the number is different, it means that I have at least one double digit. So if row is not uh, concat of mid of row, a sequence of, I don't know, let's hope it's less than 5 digits long. One, it's one, otherwise it's zero. Let's say it's row, otherwise it's nothing. Let's see, same digits check. No, this is clearly not working. Mm, 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 mm. Doesn't mean if I'm doing this vertically or horizontally, because then I'm going to concat. Row, say equals. Hmm. Yeah, I thought I wanted to use the unique and then I didn't use it. Unique of mid of this thing. Okay, so it's removing the 11, it's removing the 22, so it's actually working. Uh, I want one, otherwise zero, and I want this to be different. Okay. Actually, I need to say this is previous number plus one. Okay. Okay. I have the logic in place. Now what I'm going to say is ifs and let's say if this plus this equals 2, it means I've both the conditions. Uh, I've both the conditions, and so I need to take the next sequence. So I need to take the filter of next sequence on seventh check equals 1 times same digit checks equals 1. Take the first row. Otherwise, this equals 1. I'm going to take the first seventh least occurrence. Otherwise, if this equals 1, I will need to take again the filter of next sequence where same digit checks equals 1, first row. Otherwise, I will just do previous number plus 1, plus 1. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm a little bit scared, so 2. Then I jump to 7 here. Then it's nowhere and go here. Then it's bot, so might be working. It might be working. So it's 259. Yes, it is. Actually, it is. It is. So that's a sequence of 20. Starting from example 3, it should be 41. Yes. Let's see if this scales. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it's right. Maybe let's go for the bonuses. In section 1 code, code 1 is 9 letters long, code 2 is 7 letters long. How many letters in total have been coded in section 1? How many letters are those? Only letters? So just the len of this. Okay. So it will be the sum of len of this. Yes. With the total face value, I don't know how many flights to nowhere does the stars are there in section 3. I need to sum this actually and scale the data table. 89. Yeah, there are a total of 40 teams featured. In most teams, the elephants have the highest combined mass among the 5 charters. For a few teams, charters with the highest combined mass are not elephants. That could be versus kids. What is the total mass of such teams? Total 40 teams. In most teams, the elephants have the highest combined mass among the 5 charters. For a few teams, the highest combined mass are not elephants. What is the total mass of such teams? Not sure I understood the question here. Team 1 in game 64. 64. In most teams, the elephants have the highest combined mass among the 5 charters. For a few teams, the charters with the highest combined mass are not elephants. Is the total mass of such teams? I think I understood. Um, so it's this times x lookup of this lock the row here, lock everything, and mass lock everything. Okay. Okay. I don't know why this is actually taking me 2 columns. Plus if and this greater than this 0, otherwise it was 1. Team 1 game 64. Okay. And is asking what is the combined total mass of such teams. So the total mass is actually this, the sum of this. And So it should be a sum product of this and this, and same thing here. Uh, and so it will be this plus this. Yes. This total number for ticket sales. Oh. Ticket prices. Each ticket in the front row of the green zone is 512. Ticket in front row of the yellow zone. Place considered to be in front is located to the next whiteboard horizontal. A place in the second row costs half of the first row. Place in turn costs half of the second price. The close distance to the race start to determine the row number. Mm. Uh, Place in G21 is considered second row. G21, second row, okay. Q13 is first row. Q31, Q13. Okay, makes sense. Okay. So let's duplicate this. This, going to say that those are all zeros. I'm going to probably be faster with the mouse. The interior. I need to delete those numbers. Okay, and then ah, I need to manage also the borders in this case, because this will be 1 plus the minimum of everything. And this goes nicely here. Can do everything inside here. Of course, I have iterative calculation enabled. A1 is 8 rows. Okay, I don't have A1 yet. Mm, this will be 1 plus the minimum of this, 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 this. It will be 1 plus the minimum of this, 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 and this. And this will be 1 plus the minimum of this, this, this. Okay. So Um, mm, 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 mm. Front row of the green zone costs 512. And then, okay, let's say I want to duplicate this as well. Racetrack money. So front row, I think it's always rated except this one. Not sure this is the quickest way. Okay. Mm, then let's cancel those. Let's cancel those as well. Okay, so front row orange, yellow 1024. Okay, basic in the second row cost half. So every time I divide by 2, so it will be 0.5 to the times of the distance from the front row, plus 1, plus what? Plus minus 1. And if there is someone in that spot, so in that seat. So uh, if this equals this lock, it will be 1024 times 0.5 to the times of this minus 1, otherwise it's 0. So I'm getting half of that value. Seems right to me. Okay. And green zone is basically the same, except that I start from 512. Okay. Let me cancel this. I'm 45 minutes in, so I'm not sure I'm going to finish the whole case. And then let's sum basically everything. I don't know, honestly. Yeah, it's correct. So nice one. Let's go for section two. New player games, by rules of poker. Shuffle, you start with 0 points, start with 0 points. Each time you deal a card, you check whether the card could be used in a poker combination together with one of the four latest cards uh, dealt, or less than four. You should score only the best possible combination. Then the card which was just dealt scores just its own point value. The new combination has to include a new card than you have just dealt. Point value is right. May not be possible until the fifth card is drawn, or the one that is not available for section. Secure. So basically, you have to use the rolling five cards, and you have to use it the last one. Okay. Let's try. So example two. Let's look up this. G to AG. Okay. Going to transpose this. Uh, okay. So basically at each round, for example, here I'm using this. Here I will be using, let's say I'm using the transpose. I'm using the transpose of the last five cards. Okay. And then I'm going to filter, let X be this. Filter X to have X, not 0. Okay. So those are the five cards I'm using. And I need to use the last one for sure. I need the points. So sequence of 9, starting from 2. Okay. I have Jack, Queen, King, and Ace. The points will be this and 10. Let's call this card, call these values, call this false. Uh, yeah. So let's substitute this. All text is right of this. Nothing. So this is giving me the face values. Card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4, card 5. And then suit 1, suit 2, suit 3, suit 4, suit 5 will be the right of this. Okay. Uh, so I need to check for the point systems. No combination, one pair, two pairs. I need to use the last one. Three of a kind, straight. Hmm. This is not so easy because if I just transpose cards and do basic countifs, this this lock the row. Here I need to lock the column. Okay. With this I can spot pairs, I can spot three of a kinds, four of a kind, and maybe also two pair. I cannot spot the flush and the straight. So if I transpose unique, transpose this, let's say it's a bit dangerous. Let's do like this, otherwise I will have the same problem I had before. Let's remove the duplicates. Okay, let's say just transpose this to be honest. And do the countifs of this here. Okay. Um, and then I need the straight. The straight might be leveraged if some ifs. Five cards at a time, but I need the ace also at the beginning to have the straight. But just for the straight, so I'm not using it to go. Okay. Plus ifs, some ifs. 2, 3, 5 is greater than 0. This equals 5, it will be 1, otherwise 0. Uh, let's actually count this. Okay. So I have no straights. Uh, Suppose two specific reasons. All the combinations of them are included. That's not a good sign. uh, Honestly, I don't see any straights here. Uh, so pair, two pairs, two of a kind, straight, flush, four of a kind, a straight flush. So if or this equals 2, will be 1, otherwise 0. So I have the pair in the second iteration. Two pairs if countifs of this greater or equal than 2, greater or equal than 2, it's 1, otherwise it's 0. So a two pair here. Yes. Three of a kind. It's actually the same thing, but with 3. This might be greater or equal than 3. So is this one? Yeah. Straight if or this is 1 by 0. No straights. Flush if or this greater than or equal than phi 1, otherwise 0. So no flush. No flush. Apparently no flush. Four of a kind. It's this. But I have a nice 4 here. And straight flush, honestly, I will just add an alert here to multiply when both of those are on. And then I will need to carefully check. 15 minutes. Uh, if and all of those are 0, it will be no combination. Otherwise, otherwise I would filter those based on this equals 1 and then take the rightmost. Okay. I need to say that this is one pair, two pairs. We'll go a little bit out of time, I'm afraid. Three of a kind with the number. Four of a kind. Straight flush. A straight flush. And then if this is equals no combination b x lookup x lookup mm, 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 of the last card which is actually this one. So the substitute of this, right of this, nothing, two cards, and I want vals. Otherwise, I'm going to X lookup this into my table here, which is merge cells, and I want to return those points. What's wrong? Why is this happening? 9. Okay. I think I need this. Mm, okay, but in this case, the king here is still one pair, but it's not given by the last card. So we need to not consider this. I'm actually above the 1 hour allocation, even if I gave some commentary, so probably slow down a little bit. Uh, hmm. Let's say substitute of this, right of this with nothing. So this is the last card. Mm, so three of a kind here. This would not be valid, I think. Yeah, exactly, because I already computed the 999 in the previous one. This is quite hard, at least considering the type of model I've built. Um, I could have actually used the time to solve for bonus 4. Sorry, 2, what is the total face value of the card? Yeah, it would be very much easier, another 300 points to the total score. Mm, because I could double check if when, let's say, the combination is on, whether this includes also the last card, but I will need to build an additional logic which is custom for each kind of combination. Because it's like saying for the one pair, let's check whether the last card equals the kind of card that has the at least 2 on, which might be a thing. So it's like saying and mm, and the filter of this lock when this is greater or equal than 2 equals the last card. And I will need to put an OR because I might have multiple occurrences. Okay, I've broken it completely. Why actually? Okay, I need an if error here for this or otherwise. Actually, this seems to be working. Yeah, seems to be working. The mess is now I need to replicate this for basically every possible combination. Yeah, I what if I do this for the three of a kind? Is it as simple as this? No, there's something going wrong because this was a three of a kind. Yes. So why this is not working? Uh, we just need this. Yes. So I need to convert to string. This is hardcore string management. The two pairs will be a mess. Let's hope this goes straight without a rule. I mean, there's no hope here, but honestly seems quite safe. Not that much, to be honest. For the straight, actually, uh, well, straight has 5 cards to be done, so it means that all 5 cards needs to be used. So I'm pretty confident I don't need it. And same for flush. Four of a kind actually needs it, even if it would be very rare to let's say have a four of a kind. No, in theory, it's not that rare. Okay. So I should do this if I understood correctly the prompt. Totally not. um, Combination of qualified cards would not be possible. Uh, Daily check whether a card can be used. For each boy should score only the best polygon if a card completes the more rare is going to be the more points you get. Point value 60, 70, 73. Okay, 183. Yeah, so it means I'm clearly missing some sort huge combination. Okay, that's why I've messed up this. Uh, BH. So the transpose of this thing. Then I want to filter X for X not 0. 52 cards. Okay, I was missing also a lot of cards. So that's why it said that all combinations were possible. Apparently it's correct. 16939. Wow. I doubt it will scale without errors, but let's try. So it will be a sequence of 20, starting from 21. Example 2. Let's see. In fact, most of them are not correct, even if I got some of those correct. Um, yeah, it might take too long to debug, so I will just try to solve for bonus 2 and then close the video, which is already 1 hour and 15 minutes long. Total face value of all the cards in games 21 to 40. Remember the doll jacks, queens, kings, and aces count as 10 points. Uh, Total face value will be X lookup of this in cards and values. So it will be the sum of this. Okay. Uh, mm, it's like saying that the value is the same because I deal each card one single time in every game. So it was a fairly easy one, even without solving nothing. Yes, it was. So I will stop here. So it's 9,100 points, but let's say 10 to 12 minutes long compared to the time allocation. So for purpose of comparison with the people who did this live, I will pretend I will not have solved at all this level 2. So basically, it's like saying I don't have those results. But actually, bonus 2, I would have solved it honestly. So it would be 8,000 points, which I think is quite good also for the Asian Pacific session. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.